Namo Dassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So, yesterday we talked about how Chitta produce materiality. So among the 89 Chitta, 75 Chitta produce materiality. So only at the arising moment of every Chitta. So starting from the first Bhavanga Chitta in life. So it means Padisandhi Chitta don't produce any rupa. So even though Padisandhi is Padisandhi is a rebirth. So at the time of rebirth, Padisandhi Chitta, Chittasika, and also Karma Bhom Metas, they arise together. They arise at the same time. So at that time, Padisandhi Chitta do not produce any materiality. So if the Padisandhi Chitta produce materiality, we will call that Chitta Bhom Metta. So, but that Padisandhi Chitta does not produce. So in the commentaries, so teachers give explanation why Padisandhi Chitta does not produce materiality. Okay, so today we will study these reasons. So now there are 5 reasons, giving by the teachers. So number 1 reason is the heart base. Heart base, as you see, it is a born of a karma born matter. The karma we accumulated in the previous life, so that produce at the Bodhisattva moment materiality. So that materiality is called karma born matter. So basically, there are 3 groups of materiality. Number 1 is kaya, dasaka, kalapa. So it is a group of materiality led by the body sensitivity. So, and also bhava dasaka, kalapa, group of materiality led by the gender. Okay, gender. And then the last one is a Vatu Dasaka Kalapa. So that is also group of materiality led by the heart base. So that is born of a karma. So in a new life, so if we are born in a new life, at the very first moment, these 3 group of rupa arises together with the Padisandhi consciousness and mental concomitance. It means Nama and Rupa arise together at the same time. Also, they support one another. So at that time, if you imagine that harvest, so every Jeda depend on the heart base. At that time, the Karma Padisandhi Jedas depending on heart base. So Padisandhi Jedas are depending on heart base. So that heart base just rise, just newly born. That's why it is still very weak. Okay. So that's why that heart base is so weak. Okay. So therefore, so that is one reason. So heart base is so weak, heart base, so which serve at the base for the Bodhisandi Chitta, so Chittasika. That base is so weak. So the Bodhisandi Chitta, which arise depending on that so weak heart base, so cannot produce, cannot have, cannot produce Chitta Born Metta. Okay, that is one reason. So if you elaborate, then so every materiality, when they arise, so materiality has a lifespan. They have a 17 lifespan, 70 moment lifespan. So that's why. So but at the every materiality at the arising moment, they are weak. So they just arise. They are strong in the existing moment, TT moment. So that's why we have to understand that every chitta, every materiality is weak at the arising moment. So therefore, the heart base, which serve as the base for the Bodhisandi chitta also at that time. So also very weak, and also it is stay at the arising moment. So if you compare lifespan of a chitta consciousness and lifespans of a rupa, it is so different. Lifespans of a chitta is just 3 sub-moment, okay, arising and then existing and then dissolving. So after that, the chitta disappear, one chitta disappear, another chitta take place. So but for the rupa, it has a 17 big moment. Big moment here means so combination of the 3 sub moment. Okay, combination of the 3 sub moment is called one big moment. In Myanmar we call Khanaji. Khanaji means a big moment. So for the rupa materiality, it lasts for a long time. So if you consider, so for example, 70, you may write 17 moment, and in each one of the 17 moment, there are 3 sub moment. So Bodhisandi Citta and heart base arise together. So by that time, Bodhisandi Citta arise, so heart base also arise. But that heart base will continue to remain, even though Bodhisandi Citta disappear. Because the very first big moment is the lifespan for the 3 moment of the Bodhisandi Citta. That's why we can understand that. So when the Bodhisandi Citta arise, exist and also dissolve, at that time, for the heart base is only at the rising moment. Okay, rising moment, only one rising moment. After that, it disappear. The Citta disappear, but the Rupa heart base continue to exist. So for the remaining 16 moment. So in that if you can imagine like that, then we can it can be clear that the Bodhisandi Citta arise at the arising moment of the heart base. So every rupa, like including heart base, they are weak at the arising moment, at their first moment. So that's why in that first moment they cannot produce. They are so weak. They just barely maintain whatever material, whatever citta that arise. So, but they cannot be very strong. They cannot make the Jeda to be very strong. So, not only Bodhisandi, not only the Rupa, which not only heart base, but every Rupa, okay, every materiality. So, at the arising moment, they are so weak. That's why they cannot produce, they cannot be they cannot make any consciousness that arise depending on them to be very strong. So that point also we have to remember. So not only in the Bodhisandi moment, so even during the Bhavati moment, existing moment, throughout our life, whenever materiality moment.
Sorry, Sayadaw. You said whenever the materiality.
Yeah, every materiality, yeah, every materiality, they are weak at their rising moment. So among the 17 moment, you can see the first moment is a rising moment, and the remaining 15 moment is an existing moment, and then the last 16th moment or 17th moment, that is the ceasing moment for the materiality. Okay, so that's why every materiality during the either in the Padisandi moment or Bhavati moment or Juti moment, so they are weak. They are weak. So at the rising moment, at their start, if they start to arise, okay. So that point we have to understand. So that is number one reason why Bodhisattva Jeta cannot produce any materiality. So the reason, number one reason is because the heart base, so we serve as the base for the Bodhisattva Jeta is so weak at the moment. Okay, that is number one reason. So number two reason is, so Bodhisattva Jeta, so it's the first Jeta in a new life. So that's why so he just arrived there, or it just arrives there. So that's why it is like a man who is on the bank of the river. So so who stand on the bank of the river. Okay, so that's why he himself, that person, he himself is trying to stand on the bank of the river. He cannot be dependent for the other to help. Okay, he cannot be helpful for the others. Or if another person come and lean on him, both of them will fall down. So like that. So Bodhisattva Jeta also just newly arise in the new existence. That's why it has, uh, uh, it cannot so remain firmly, okay, on that existence, okay, on that existence. That's why. So even though Bodhisattva Jeta, it is a Jeta, but it cannot support another Rupa, Jetaja Rupa, Jetava matter to arise, because he is just a newcomer. It is just a newcomer in the new existence. Okay, so that is also second reason. That reason is, so because it has a lack of support. So lack of support means, so before the Bodhisattva Jeta, there is no any other Jeta, no any other Vidhi Jeta to support that Bodhisattva Jeta. So suppose if you walk, if you walk, maybe maybe group of people walk on a place, so on a bridge. So that bridge is so small. So then maybe luckily or unluckily, you are the leader. You are the leader. So before you, there is no one for you to lean on whenever you need help. Okay. So that's why the so no support for you to be able to walk. So you try to walk by yourself. So that is in a similar way. So for the Bodhisattva also, the beginning or the leader Jeta in a new life. That's why before him there is no Jeta to help. Before it, there is no Jeta to support, to give a support. That Bodhisattva. So that's why it is a lack of a support. It gets no support from the previous consciousnesses. So that's why also. So we can take it back. The first reason is the way is weak, and the second reason is it is a new karma, and then the third reason is no support, no predecessor, no forerunner for him for it to support. So it does not get any support from the previous consciousness. So that's why also it cannot produce any other chitta, any other rupa. Then number 4 is, so Padisani chitta is like as I explained you in the number 2 reason. This is just a new karma. That's why it is like a what? Like a guest. Like a guest. He suppose there is a guest, so he come to your place. He have never been before there. So that's why he don't know where to stay. Okay, where to stay, where to eat, where to go. That's like this. But this Jeda also very new in the new existence. That's why he himself is very new in the new existence, like a guest. That's why he cannot be helpful for the others, other rupa, or for the other materiality to arise or to produce any other materiality. So that is a number 4 reason. And then number 5 reason is that number 5 reason it is given here. So naturally, so whenever Jeta arises, okay, whenever Jeta arises, consciousness arises, other die, so it arises together with the, it also produces Jeta from matters. Okay, so but for the Bodhisattva Jeta, so for the Bodhisattva Jeta, so what it has to do is, so that Bodhisattva Jeta, it depends on the heart base, as well as heart base also depend on the Bodhisattva Jeta. So Nama and Rupa, during the Bodhisattva moment, they are helping one another. They are mutually supporting one another. So because both of them are new karmas, so Rupa is also new, Jeta also Bodhisattva Jeta also new. That's why they support each other, mutually support one another. So that's why, because actually Chitta should produce another Rupa. But it cannot produce because it need to have the base. That is Hadaya Rupa, had a hard base. Like suppose you come to my monastery, you visit to my monastery, I prepare food for you. So I should have a prepare food for you to enjoy, yeah. But in my monastery, novices, okay, I have to serve my novices as well. So if I have no any other extra food, I have to give this food or this food to my novices. So when you come, I have no food to remain for you. So like that. So Bodhisattva, even though it has to support another Chitta born matters to rise, but it need to support heart base, Hadaya Vatu Rupa. Okay. So that's why. So it has no energy at all to support another Chitta born matter to rise. So that's also one of the reasons uh, uh, why the Bodhisattva cannot produce Chitta Rupa, Chitta born matter. Okay, so altogether 5 reasons are there. So why Bodhisattva cannot produce Chitta born matter? Okay, but one thing we have to remember is Bodhisattva support heart base, Kamaja Rupa, Kama born matters to remain or to sustain. So that is the reason. So 5 reasons explained by the teachers. So another reason, another dhamma is the death consciousness of the Arahant. Okay, death consciousness of the Arahant also cannot produce Jidabon matters. Because for the Arahant, so they already cut off the root of cyclic suffering, the root or the new existence, that is ignorance and craving. They are the root cause for the rising of the new existence. For the Arahant, these roots are eradicated totally. That's why there will be no existence, no more existence for the Arahant. So, therefore, the Arahant, the death consciousness of the Arahant cannot produce any other materiality. So in this case, so in the Theravada tradition, so we the text clearly mentioned that if we become an Arahant, there will be no more existence, no more dukkha at all, because avijja and tanha, these 2 rules are already eradicated. So in the Theravada tradition, so Buddhist Arahant or Bodhisattva, okay, we have a Bodhisattva concept in the Theravada tradition as well. But the Bodhisattva is an ordinary human being, okay, worldly being, not the Arahant. So, because, but even though he is not the Arahant, but so significant, so extra. That's why his mind is.
Sorry, Sayadaw. You said the Bodhisattva is so significant, so extra, something like that.
Yeah. So Bodhisattva is a so significant person, so extraordinary person, because he has fulfilled the perfections. He trying to fulfill perfections. So his mind is so determined. So even though, so there is a one of the Jataka story. So in that story, they are mentioned that, so if Bodhisattva, as a very young child, he was his parts of the bodies are cut off. Okay, hands are cut off, and also legs are cut off, and so on. So also finally he was a kid. But even though he was a kid like that, but he gets no angry. He patience. He trying to be patient. No anger arises. So extraordinary the person. So sometimes, so for if we compare with us, so if someone hurt you, hurt me, so very small, so they make me wounded, then I will easily get angry. If they attack me with the words or with the speech also, I will easily get angry. So because we are so ordinary human beings. So but for the Bodhisattva, he is determined to attain the Bodhisattva, body enlightenment. He has a very strong or firm resolution to attain the enlightenment. And for that purpose, he trying to fulfill perfections. That's why he could bear, he can bear such a bad or miserable or serious treatment on the people. So that's why when the Buddha, when he became a Buddha, also, so one of the discourses he expounded is that the Kakachupama Sutta, the admonishment giving by the simile of the saw. So saw is we use it to cut the wood, get double-handed the saw. So in that discourse, the Buddha admonished his disciples to remember all the time that simile. So in the life, we will be attacked verbally. So also sometimes we will be attacked physically. So in any condition, on any account, we should train ourselves not to get angry. So if we get angry, then what happened to us? So we will react out of anger. So sometimes we will use abusive language, very harsh speech, and so on. So also in our mind, we will not, in our life also, we will not be able to live with the metta, loving kindness. Rather, we will live with the dosa, anger. So after dying, so we will be the slave of the others' wars and others' attack. So that's why the Buddha explained that. So whenever you are attacked physically or verbally, so don't get angry. You train yourself not to get angry. So that means you become a master of your mind. Otherwise, you will become a slave. Because the slave has to follow the master. So when the master want hand to go, then he has to go. When the master want hand to come, he has to come. So when the master don't allow him to eat, he cannot eat. So it is slave. Okay. So also when other people try to make you angry, then you get angry. After that, you are no longer the master of your mind. You become the slave for the other people because other people want you to be angry. So you also get angry. So so that's why the Buddha say, to become a master of your mind, then you have to train yourself not to get angry whenever, wherever they attack you physically or verbally. So also we have to determine, sometimes we cannot control. That's why the mind is so mind is mind is so fast. That's why we easily get angry. Even if we get angry, other than we trying to control your mouth. The Buddha explained in that sutta. So not to express harsh speech, not to utter any harsh words. Okay. So and then you will be master of your mouth. Master of you can keep your mouth as you wish. Okay. Even though other people make you to express the harsh words or to utter abusive language, but you don't follow as they wish. So in this way, you train yourself to be a master of your mouth, as well as to be, the Buddha explained that. So you try to be a master of your lifestyle. So lifestyle means the way we live. So we have to make a right choice, whether we are going to live with the metta or we are going to live with the dosa. That is up to our choice. So if someone makes you angry, then you get angry, then your lifestyle become a lifestyle of the dosa. So as they wish you to be, so you follow. So in that case, the Buddha explained that you try to be master of your lifestyle as well. So don't live with the anger. You train yourself not to live with the anger, but that you train yourself to live with the metta citta. So compassionate mind. Okay. So even though finally the Buddha said, even though other people cut your parts of the body limb by limbs, okay, so don't get angry. So it may be very difficult for us, but it is not impossible. So it means it is possible if we really train, if we are really devoted to the Buddha's teaching. So Bodhisattva, he himself showed as an example that he withstand, even though his parts of the body were cut off. So, but he remained the same. His mind does not change. So he just keep with the loving kindness. Okay. So in that sutta, the Buddha say, even if someone come and cut your parts of the body with the double-handed sword, don't get angry. Okay. So that is what I want to tell you is that the way the Buddha Bodhisattva practice, as well as the Buddha advise or encourage his disciples to be a master of your mind. So Bodhisattva, even he was a Bodhisattva, he was able to bear such a bad treatment of the other people. So he tried to make a master of his mind, master of his body, and then master of his lifestyle. So that's why what I tell you is a Bodhisattva is a very extraordinary person. But remember, Bodhisattva is not the other hand. If he became an other hand, he will have a normal existence to fulfill more perfections. His mind is inclined to the Buddhahood. That's why it takes time Even though he practices meditation, he don't reach to the noble status, okay, Ariyahood. So please remember that in the Theravada Buddhism also we have a Bodhisattva concept. Bodhisattva practices are there, but Bodhisattva is not an Arahant. So if he is an Arahant, he will have a no more life to become a Buddha, to become the enlightened person. So for the here, because I explain you here, because the in this context, they have mentioned that the death consciousness of the Arahant cannot produce any other materiality, any other rupa. Okay, so because he already uprooted all the the root of it, cyclic suffering, the root of existence, that is avijja and dana. So that is regarding the what, how Jeta produce materiality or Jeta born matters. Okay, so at the rising moment, okay, at the rising moment of a Jeta. So, and also studying from the first Bhavanga. First Bhavanga Jeta. So then we go to another paragraph, that is last time we here, this one we already read. Then we go to where Tata number 32 here. Tata Abana Jawana Idiya Patambi Sana Bedi. So here the Abhidhamma Sangha explained that Tata here means among these 75 Jittas. Okay, so previous paragraph explained that 75 Jittas produce Jitta-born matters. So among these 75 Jittas, okay, Appana Javanam, so Javanas. So Appana Javana here refer to the 26 Jitta. Okay, 26 Jitta. So it belongs, so hi Rūpapariccheda, yesterday, and then you may still remember, we already enumerated 89 Jittas. So among them, 5 Rūpapariccheda Kusala Jitta, 5 Rūpapariccheda Kiriya Jitta, altogether 10 Jitta from the Rūpapariccheda. And also from the 12 Arūpapariccheda Jitta, we get the 4 Rūpapariccheda Kusala Jitta, wholesome immaterial consciousness 4, and also functional immaterial consciousness also 4. So we get the 8 Jitta consciousness from the Arupa Jitta. So 10 plus 8, okay, we get the 18. And also 4 Mega Jitta, 4 Phala Jitta. They belong to Lokuttara Jitta. So 18 plus 8, we get this 26. Okay, 26. Appana. Appana means the Jitta that reach to the higher level. Okay, so that Appana Jawana, it is not just a higher Jitta, but also they are very much functioning. They try to produce, okay, they happen with a speed, so that's why they are called Appana Jawana. So 26 Appana Jawana. So 5 Rūpapariccheda Kusala, 5 Rūpapariccheda Kiriya, 4 Arupa Kusala, 4 Arupa Kiriya, and then 4 Mega Popala. Altogether 26 Jitta. So these 26 Jitta out of 75, they Iriya Batan Pi me here means also. So Sana Medi Iriya Bata Iriya is like a Kiriya. Kiriya is a function. So the bodily function, we have a whole bodily function. So it means what? Maybe now we are sitting. So sitting also one of the bodily function. Another body function is standing. Okay, if we sit a long time, then we feel tired and then we walk. Okay, walking also another bodily function, and also we lie down. Okay, we lie down. So that is also one of the bodily function. And also we stand. So in a place. So that is also bodily function. So these four bodily functions are called posture. So four causes of the bodily function, Iryabhata, we can simply say, the causes of the bodily function. If we feel tired with the one bodily function, we change to another bodily function. So that's why these bodily functions are collectively called posture. Okay, posture. So we have a four posture: sitting, standing, and also walking, lying down. P means also. So Sana Medi, it support. Sana Medi means it support. These 26 Abhana Javana Chetas, they support to remain in a one posture. Okay, and whatever posture we make. Okay, suppose we sit for a long time. We say we are sitting. Other time when Abhana Javana arises, this Abhana Javana support you to remain in that posture for a long time. Okay. So sometimes we are standing. While we are standing, we practice a jhana meditation, samatha meditation. Then we attain the jhana, or we attain the magga, we attain the phala. Other time we can stand in that posture for a long time. Standing posture for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and so on. That is obvious in the meditation centers. Okay, if you practice the meditation, sometimes concentrations are very good. These abhana javanas are happening in your mind. Then your mind is your mind calm and composed.
Sorry, Sayadaw, you say your mind is something?
Your mind calm and composed. So when you practice the meditation, so maybe after 15 minutes or maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour, so other time, maybe in the very beginning, you have to struggle with the sensory objects. So sometimes a sound you hear, sometimes you feel pain and so on. Many sense objects are there. So, but when you keep on practicing meditation, when we keep on focusing on one object, then all the sense objects come down. Okay, the thought on sensory objects also come down. And then what happens? Other than jhana factors, okay, like Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekagata. Okay, so initial application of the thought and sustained application of a thought, Piti, joy, Sukha, happiness, and the Ekagata, one pointness of the mind. These five jhana factors come together in your mind. So they work together. So then, other than it is said to be that you attain a jhana. So when these jhana factors arise in your mind, in your meditation, then you can sit for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, even 1 day also, so long as you enter into that jhana. So without shaking, without moving. Okay. So that is the power of what? Abana Jawana. Other day, so before also we sit, but we want to move from here and there. But when we attain the jhana, that jhana makes you make you sit for longer time. Okay. So why? Abana Jawana support, okay, to remain in one posture. So if you are standing also in meditation, you can stand. Normally we cannot stand for 5 minutes or for 10 minutes. Very difficult to stand. But when we are really in the Abana Jawana Jeta arises in your mind, other time you can you can stand even for 1 hour, 2 hours and so on. So I don't know whether you have a practice meditation, a standing meditation or not. But I have heard that so ancient time, so maybe earlier when I was a child, I remember one of the Sayadaw, so meditation master. So his name is called Dogu Sayadaw. Dogu Sayadaw. So his meditation method in his meditation center, yogis they can stand for maybe for 5 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, and so on. So because they are in the meditation, Abana Jawana Jeta arises in their mind, they don't fall down because Abana Jawana support their posture to remain in that posture. So one thing we have to remember is that Abana Jawana does not make any idiyapada, any posture, but it just maintain, okay, maintain the one posture that you already take. So the reason why Apana Jawana does not produce or does not make any posture is that because this Apana Jawana cannot make any intimation, vinyati. So Apana Jawana cannot produce any vinyati. So if we walk or if we stand or if we sit, so we should have a way. There is a mind to move, to lie down, and not to walk, and to sit, and to stand. So that jeta produce a vinyati, intimation, bodily intimation. So but for the Abana Jawana Chetas, these are 26 Abana Jawana. Vinyatis are not.
Sorry, Sayadaw. You said the 26 Abana Jawana, and after?
These 26 Abana Jawana cannot make vinyati intimation. Okay, cannot make a vinyat intimation. So if there is no intimation, there is no posture. That it cannot make any posture. Okay, but it can maintain the existing posture. So like that. So we have, that's why here mentioned Iriya Bhatambi Sanna Medi. The word is, okay. Here, but if you compare paragraph number 33, Samodha Bedi. Samodha Bedi may cause to happen. But here, Sanna Medi is just support to maintain, okay, to maintain an existing, in a current posture. Okay, Abana Jawana. So with the B, what we can understand is that this among the 75 consciousness, these 26 consciousness not only produce a rupa, but also support to maintain posture. Okay, that point we remember. So with the P. Then next one is 33. Vatabana, Kama Vajara Jawana, Abenya, Pana, Vinya Deimbi, Samodha Bendi. Okay, so Samodha Bendi cause to arise what? Vinyadi, bodily intimation, bhava intimation. So we have a study do Vinyadi, right? So they do Vinyadi are produced, okay, by the Vatavana. Vatavana means the Manodara Vajana, the mind or adverting consciousness. So it belongs to Ahetuka, functional Ahetuka, Chitta. And also Kamavajara Javana. So Javana Chitta that belong to Kamavajara. Javana here means the Kusala Chitta, Akusala, and the Kiriya. They are called Javana. Okay? Productive, so productive consciousnesses. So because they have been one after another, so they have been with the speed. That's why they produce. So in the thought process, these Javana Chetas are really productive. The others, Vidhi Chetas are just supporting. That's why the productive consciousness, we can simply say. So among the 55 or 54 Kamavajara Chitta, so yesterday we count 54 Kamavajara Chitta, 12 Agusalas, also they belong to Javana. So then, and also Hasidobada also, smiling consciousness, smile producing consciousness, that one also belong to Javana. So we get the 13 Javana. And also 8 Maha Kusala Chitta, 8 Mahakiriya Chitta, altogether 16. So 16 plus 1, okay, 17. 17 plus 12, we get 29. Okay, 29 Kamavajara Javana. 12 Agusala Chitta, 1 has smile producing consciousness, and the 8 Mahakusala, beautiful, wholesome consciousness, and also 8 Mahakiriya Chitta, functional, sensual consciousness. So they altogether we have a 29 Kamavajara Javana Chitta, and also 2 Abhinyana here, Abhinya. Abhinya is a superior knowledge. Okay, superior knowledge. So with that knowledge, so if we get with that knowledge, if we get that knowledge, with that knowledge we can see, we can recollect previous existences, or we can create many other how to say, many other people. Suppose I can multiply myself, maybe 100 of me, thousands of me, like that. This is abhinyana. So that abhinyana theta is it belongs to fifth Rūpapariccheda jhana. Fifth Rūpapariccheda jhana, we have a one wholesome, one is a functional. So they do fifth Rūpapariccheda, Kusala Chitta and Kiriya Chitta, they are called abhinyana. So but normally they cannot be called as abhinyana. Only when they applying, okay, only when these jhanas are applied to attain superior knowledge or creating power. So creative power. that at that moment they are called abhinyana. Okay. So altogether, how many we get? One Vatapana, 29 Kamavajara Javana, altogether 30. And then 2 Abhinyana. Altogether 32. In your note, you can remember 32 consciousness. Okay. 32 consciousness. One is a Vatapana, mind or adverting consciousness. 29 Kamavajara Javana Chitta. And also 2 Abhinyana. So altogether 32 consciousness. This 32 consciousness, Vinya Deimbi Samodha Binti, produce intimations as well. Okay, P with the P we can include. So these 32 jeta produce intimation and also support. Okay, or not only support but produce idiyapada posture and also produce jeta matter. So they can do more function. Okay, this 32 jeta can make a 3 function. One is produce material jeta matter, and the second is to produce what the posture, and also number 3 is to produce vinyati, bodily intimation, verbal intimation. So for the
sorry, Sayadaw.
yeah.
So in the second, you said produce the Iriapatha or support the Iriapatha.
So because this 33, the paragraph 33, so the Chitta are 32 Chitta. This 32 Chitta can produce vinyati. If they can produce vinyati, they can produce idiyapada as well, posture as well. Not only support, but even they can produce, because they can make a vinyati. Okay, they can make a vinyati to happen. So because of the vinyati, movement, idiyapada also can happen. Okay, for the if we take 32 itself, the paragraph 32, this is 26 Abhana Javana. For this Abhana Javana, they can only support to maintain the current posture. Okay, they cannot produce a new posture. So, but for the 32 consciousnesses that belong to paragraph number 33, so they, for them, they produce vinyati as well as they produce idiyapada posture, and also they produce material chitta matter as well. So idiyapada is linked, in this case, linked with the vinyati. Okay, then number 34 we go. Somanasa Javanani Pana Eta Tirasa. Okay, Tirasa means 13, 13. 13 consciousnesses. They are what? Somanasa. So Somanasa Javana. So among these Kamavajara Javana, okay, we have a Somanasa Javana. So Somanasa Javana in the 8 Loba Mula Jeta, we have a 4 is a Somanasa. Okay, 4 Somanasa Jeta. And also what Hasidubada is also Somanasa, pleasant. Somanasa means how to say, yeah, pleasant feeling. With the pleasant feeling, it arises together with the pleasant feeling. And also among the 8 Mahakusala Jeta, 4 is a Somanasa, pleasant feeling. Another 4 is Upeka, neutral. So from there also we get the 4. Okay. And the 4 Mahakiriya Jeta also we take 4, which is a Somanasa. So altogether we get how many? So 4 from the Mahakiriya Jeta, 4 from the Mahakusala Jeta, 8. Okay, 4 from the Loba Mula Jeta. Okay, from the unwholesome Loba rooted, greed rooted consciousness. From that also we have a 4. So 4, 4, 4, we get a 12. And also we plus Hasito Bada, smile producing consciousness. So altogether 13 Somanasa. Okay, 13 Somanasa Javana. So produce.
Hello, Sayadaw.
Yeah,
Or is it 13 Somnasa Javana? And
yeah. This 13 Somnasa Javana produce Hasanambi. Hasana means a smile. Okay. So this does 13 Somnasa Javana produce smile also. Okay. So it means that these 13 Somnasa Javana produce smile, produce intimation, vinyati, and also produce idiyapada posture, and also produce chitta metas. They have a four function. Okay. Among these 75 chitta, these are the 13 somnasa javana. They have a four function. For the how many 32 consciousness, they have a three function, and also for the 26 consciousness apana javana, they have a two function. The remaining consciousness, they have only one function, and that is to produce a chitta. Okay, with this, maybe next time we will talk about the smiling. So when we smile, which chitta we smile? So, okay, with this we'll conclude for today. Buddha Sasanam Jidan Data Do, Buddha Sasanam Jidan Data Do, Buddha Sasanam Jidan Data Do. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.